All right, so quickly, look at this channel right here. I am teaching how you can start and grow your YouTube channel from the experience I've gathered on my channel here. So if you want to learn that, there's a link in the description below. Click that link and subscribe to the channel so that you will learn on that channel, how to start and grow your own YouTube channel, guys. So thank you so much. Let's start. Cut our trouser. These are the measurements we're going to be using. We're going to be using a waist measurement of 32, a tie of 25, trouser length of 36, an ankle measurement of 17, and a knee measurement of 17, and an ankle measurement of 13. So without wasting time, let's quickly start. So when cutting a trouser, you fold your fabric into two. You can see I've folded your fabric into two. So the next thing we're going to do now is to identify our beginning point this side where all our vertical measurements are going to start. So I'm going to mark this place. This is where all our measurements are going to start. And also, guys, when you are cutting it, when you are drafting any pattern, you will ensure that you draft on the back side of the fabric. So this is the back face of the fabric, okay? So first we're going to identify the waistline, okay? So this is the waistline here where all the measurements will start. After the waistline, the next thing for us to do is to identify the length of the trouser, okay? So this trouser length, like we said, the trouser length is the trouser length is 36. Which is 36 plus 27 allowance, that becomes 38. The next thing for us to identify the half length, we'll fold this into two. This 36 by 2 to identify the half length of the trouser. Okay, so the half length is at 18. So we're going to mark it at two different points so as to get straight lines. Length 38, then the seam allowance, the hemming allowance. So we join these points. So the length is 36, then 2 inches seam allowance, okay? We're going to join this point with this point. This point to this point. This point to this point. Now, the last vertical line we are going to get, the last horizontal line we are going to get is what? Is the tie line, okay? Then we start applying our measurements. How do we get our tie line? First, we are going to get the waist. So I'm going to come in here by 1/2 inch before marking the waist. We say the waist of this trouser is 33. If you divide 33, when you are cutting, you divide waist by 4. So if you divide 33 by 4, you are going to be having 8 1/4. All right. So this 8 1/4 here plus 1/2 inch seam allowance, that becomes 8 3/4. I hope you can see this, guys. So we're going to take this point here to this place. We're having 9 3/4, right? So the next thing on this 1/2 inch we got here, we're going to come down by 1/2 inch, and then we'll join this line to this line. And this becomes our waistline. The waistline is normally slanted inwards in front for fitting sake, okay? Now our crotch length, we're going to simply, crotch length is simply waist measurement divided by 4. All right. So I'm going to divide my waist is 33 divided by 4. I'll have 8¼ plus ½ inch allowance or 3/4 inch allowance. I'll have 9 of freeness so that the trouser can be a bit free. All right. I either use ½ inch or 1 inch or 3/4 inch to add to this, whatever I get here. So this length of our crotch now, where the length of our crotch is, becomes our thigh line. So we're going to draw this line now. That becomes our thigh line, all right? So on this thigh line, we're going to come up by 2 inches to locate the what? The hip line. Come up by 2 inches to locate our hip line. So this is the thigh line, this is the hip line. So how are we going to cover our crotch? Simply we'll mark this waist measurement we have here from here to the end here. It's 9¾ bring it down here, mark the 9¾ here, all right? You see it. Then we'll come out, we'll go out by what? By 3/4 inch. Then we'll join this point to this point here. That becomes our crotch length. And for us to cover our crotch, we'll now take our thigh measurement. I will say our thigh is 26, that is 12½. That is our thigh, we say our thigh is 25, that is 12½. When you're 40, divide thigh by 2. We need 12½ here. So we'll curve this point to this point here. Can you see this, guys? Okay, I'll curve this. All right, the next thing for us to do is what? To apply our measurement and get the fitting so as we can get the shape of this trouser. Now, for us to do that, we have to get the midpoint of this thigh line. So our thigh is 25 divided by 2. This is the midpoint here. All right. So if we measure from here to the end, what are you having? We're having 6. Just take this 6 down. Take this 6 down. Now, guys, most of the times, after getting this midpoint here, mostly I minus 1 inch from it. And this becomes my what? My center line. My center line. All right. But you can decide to use it straight up without minusing the 1 inch. Okay, I minus the 1 inch. Okay, when the trouser is very big, so I can get a better fitting. For a small trouser like this, it's not big. The thigh is just 26. So I won't minus. I'll use exactly what I get after dividing my thigh into 2. I am saying this because you might be complaining that some videos, after dividing my thigh by 2, I minus 1 inch. And this one, I didn't minus. That's why I'm saying. Mostly, I minus 1 inch after getting my thigh for big trousers. For small trousers like this, it's not necessary that you minus. Do we understand? But we join these 3 points together. And next I'm going to apply my measurement. I said my knee measurement is 17. If we divide 17 by 2, you have 8½. So I'm going to keep 8½. So divide 8½ by 2. All right. You're having 4¼ So 4¼ this side. 4¼ this side. It gives you 8½. We say our ankle is 13. Divide 13 by 2, you have what? 6½. I'm coming here, I'll divide my 6½ by 2. All right. And what do I have? 3¼ 3¼ The next thing is to join these points together. Watch carefully how I'm going to join them. Now join this one as well together. I'll join this to this point here. And I'll join this line to this point here. Don't see that? What we're having here now. I'm going to join this point to this point here. All right. And by this, we are done with the front piece. We'll cut it and then use it to get our back piece. Right. For us to get our back piece, you can see after placing the front piece on top of the fabric, for us to get our back piece, I'm going to show you a simple method we are going to use, okay? Now we are going to come here, come up here, come up by what? By 2 inches. We are going to come sideways here, also add 2 inches, okay? So this is it, this way and this way, all right? Now we join this point. Here is where the front piece is ending, so you can see it. Now we join this point to this point here to this point here, right? Now what exactly what I'm going to do? Mind you, this is where the front piece is ending, so that we can see it. I'm going to shift this front piece here, one of it, inwards, all right? Giving a space of 2 3/4 inches up here, all right, and a space of 2 1/4 inches down here. Allowance. Can you see that? The next thing is for us to cut out. When I get to this place, I'm not going to take the curve as deep as the front. Look at the front curve here. The back curve will not be as deep as the front. I will come out by 1/2 inch. Okay? The back curve is going to be something from here like this. Something like this. So watch carefully how I'm going to cut it out. Can you see now? See the front curve here and see the back curve and see the difference. Maybe cut here. This place. Then I'm going to cut the side. Alright. If this content made sense, if you enjoy watching it, subscribe to this channel, turn your notification bell on, so that when I drop my content, you will be timely notified. Let's go straight into cutting this top. Alright guys, so for us to cut our top, these are the measurements we're going to be using. We're going to be using a shoulder measurement of 17, chest measurement of 42. We're going to be using a full length of 32, alright, a sleeve length of 17, round of 12, okay, round of 13 rather. So without wasting time, let's fit into our let's apply our measurements and start the class. All right. So first, I'm going to show us a step-by-step method of cutting the center top. All right. So first, we are going to identify, or rather, cut out the front block. When we are done cutting the front block out, we'll now use it to get the back block. Then we'll apply our measurements. So we are going to check the width of this shirt. So the chest is 42. When you are cutting, you divide chest measurement by 4. So 42 by 4, you have 10.5. This is 10.5 here. We are going to add 2.5 inches allowance to serve as the seam allowance and the side vent allowance. So 10.5 plus 2.5, that gives you 13, right? So this is 13 here, okay? So mark this 13 in 3 places and join the points together so as to get a straight line. So these are 13 here. We're going to join these 3 points together. Mind you, what we are doing is we are getting the front block first. So after doing it, the next thing is to do what? To get our shoulder slant. When you are cutting, you slant the shoulder because the shoulder of a human being is not straight like this, it's slanted, all right? That's why you slant the shoulder. And for adults, you slant the shoulder by 4 inches. For children, 2.5 is fine, all right? So I'm going to join this point, the beginning point here. Right. Now the next thing is to get the length of this top, right? We say the length is 32. So I'm going to start measuring at the center here. From here to get the center is here. I'll start measuring and I'll get my 32. Okay. So this is the length of the top, 32. Look at it right here. 32. Okay. So guys, I'm not going to add any hemming allowance, and I will explain to you later why I'm not adding hemming allowance. But for sure, we're going to get the hemming allowance. Not for me. So we're going to join this one here. All right. So now we are done drafting the front block. We are going to remove it. So let's go ahead and remove it out. I'm putting outside my chalk so I can still line properly. So now that we're putting our... Alright, so now, and mind you, when cutting you ensure that you fold your fabric into two and you cut on the bad face, alright? So this is the bad face of the fabric. So I'm going to bring in my front block here, okay? I'll keep it to take it at the top here. First, everything should be properly aligned. And I'm going to slant the back piece the same as I did the front, okay? You slant it this way. Slant it this way. I'll stop there. Let's look at the look. So, the next thing now, I'm going to push this front piece to come down, giving an allowance of 4 inches up here, right? Giving 4 inches allowance up here. You must ensure that this is up to 4 inches. Let's confirm. This is not 4.5. Just leave it at 4.5 is okay. Alright, so you see we have left 4.5 inches here, or 4, any of it is fine. So what next? I'm going to fold in the back piece to come meet with the front piece and overlap. Look at where the front piece is stopping here. Hope you can see it clearly. The front block. So the back piece is coming to overlap this front block by half an inch. Can you see this? You can mark the edge of the back piece as well. This is the edge, the back piece, overlapping the front block by what? By half an inch. Alright. So at this point, we'll go ahead and apply our measurements. And when you do this is where this line, follow it carefully, where it's obvious an excess because of the folding. So now let's apply our measurements. When you are cutting, you divide shoulder measurement by 2. So shoulder measurement is 17 divided by 2. We have what? 8.5. So from here, let's get our 8.5, right? I'm going to add half inch seam allowance. That becomes 9. Alright? So it means we are going to and the next thing for us to do is to get the depth of our arm. Alright? And how do we get the depth of our arm? We divide shoulder measurement by 2. So 17 here divided by 2, we have 18.5. Alright? But we're not going to use this 18.5. If we use it, we're not going to use this 8.5 rather. 17 divided by 2 we give 8.5. We'll not use this 8.5 completely because if we use it, our arm will be too big. We're going to minus 1.5 inch from it. That brings us to what? To 7. Alright? So 8.5 minus 1.5, or at least 1 inch. Minus 1.5, that brings us to 7. So to 7 right here. Okay? It's 7. So the line we have here, we'll bring it down here, okay, and get a straight line. Now, guys, we are covering our arm. Take note, please. We are covering our arm. So at this point here, we are now going to take our chest measurement on this line. All right. So the chest we said is 42 divided by 4. That's 10.5. So it's 10.5 here. Mark here. I'm going to add 1 inch seam allowance. All right. Next to that, the next thing for us to do now is to come up here by 2 inches, all right, and then come in by half or 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch there. Then we'll curve from here, all right, this here, and then back to the shoulder. Don't see the back to the shoulder. Now, guys, remember our arm, we said it was 8.5. When we divide 17 by 2, now minus 1.5 inch from it. So let's check and see if we can still get our 8.5. All right. This is where the chest measurement stops. Can you see this? You can see we still have our 8.5, which is our arm size. So imagine we had used the 8.5 we got. This would have been giving us an arm of what? 11. That would have been too big. That was why after dividing my shoulder measurement by 2, I minus 1.5 inch inside. Hope it's clear. The next one is to get the what? The length of the side. We mark from the test line here. We'll come down by what? By 15 inches. All right. And from here down becomes our side bend. All right. Why am I using 15? We use 15 for adults, okay, so that if this side bend goes above 15, it will reveal the belt, okay. So you want to cover the belt. So for adult, the minimum you give it 15. You can take it down to 16, all right, but the minimum is 15. So from here, I'm going to apply a measurement. What you have here? You have 11.5. I'll still mark my 11.5 here. And with the help of the straight rule, I'm going to join these points together. Okay, this. What next are we going to do is to get the neck. And for you to get the depth of your neck, you simply divide the shoulder measurement by 4. All right, so if I divide 17 by 4, I should be having 4.25. All right. So I'm not going to start measuring my 4.25 here. I will come in a bit about 2 inches from this beginning point here, and I'll measure my 4.25. Then the wideness of it will be what? This 4.25 divided by 2 again. That will give me the wideness of my neck. So this is the wideness of the neck. So that is clear. You can go over it if you need. Understand? As you are watching, if you don't understand, you can go over it again. Everybody that is watching, don't understand. All right, so now we can go ahead and cut this out. Watch carefully and cutting. I'm not cutting together with the back piece, so this is the front piece only and cutting. And guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please at this point you hit the subscribe button and you subscribe to my channel, right? So thank you for subscribing. So now watch carefully. I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to deepen the front piece by what? By half an inch. Just the front piece now. I'm deepening it by half an inch. Alright guys, so you can see this very simple and straightforward, okay? Alright guys, so quickly I told us I'm going to tell us why I didn't add hemming allowance when I was drafting pattern for the front block. You can see with the excess that came in from the back here, alright, that has given us an enough hemming allowance. You can see the whole length now is 35. Why the ideal length for the top is 32. So that has given us enough hemming allowance because of this excess that we brought in from the back. That's why while cutting the front piece, I don't give hemming allowance. Thank you so much. Thank you. So for our yoke, how do we get our yoke? This is the back piece. You cut your yoke in the back piece. So this is our back piece here. Let's see and get the yoke, right? So when cutting your yoke from the depth of, look at the neck here, right? From the depth of this neck here, once your yoke is up to 7 inches, okay. And if you measure here, let's see, this is up to 7 inches, okay, so that's fine. So go ahead and cut out the yoke. So guys, we are done with this. If you enjoy watching this video, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel, turn your notification bell on, and expect more videos from me. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Welcome to my channel. Thank you.